Hey guys, what's up today? This is Dalsu with Dalsu Plays. We are back with Factorio. It is all good. I got my coffee here. Lovely Sunday evening. And I'm getting my oil processing set up, so that's pretty exciting. Right now it looks pretty orderly and neat. Everything's kind of lined up, but I don't think it's going to look like that for very long. What we're going to try to do is get... There we go. That's better electricity we got there. Why don't we crank out a few medium electric poles? They have a much wider range. Not a wider range, a larger footprint would be better. The big electric poles are the ones with the wider range. I think our turrets are doing pretty dang good now. Alright, so what we want is for heavy oil and light oil, which at this moment are just waste products. Later on they have uses, but for right now they're just waste products. I'd like to bring them down here for storage. So in order to do that, it is going to require a little bit of consciousness, I guess you could say. So why don't we start off by going, I don't know how many paces that is, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paces away, something like that. With whichever one this is. I think this is the heavy. It's often easier if you kind of line the stuff up. And of course we're going to be constantly running out of stuff. Alright, so we're going to bring them out here. And then tie them in together. And I believe I will go ahead and connect them underground so that there's more space to just kind of maneuver around. This does get confusing though. Once you have a lot of underground pipes going at the same time, you can very easily lose track of what is what, and that's when you have some problems that you run into, but hopefully we'll be okay with this. Connect you there, connect you there, and I'm going to need one more set. So there we go. Alright, so now we want to bring this line pretty simply down here. So I think that shouldn't be too much of a problem. For right now, I will run it along this wall. Let's connect it like that. Let's do one more underground pipe. And just run it along the wall. Okay, so that's going to come out over here. And I'm going to need 4 storage tanks. 4 is not really enough. Because what happens is when they fill up, your whole operation shuts down. Because you can't make any more of the thing that you need if your waste is not... I keep calling it waste, but it's not waste. If your excess materials are not being moved somewhere. I'm going to have to pick up some more steel for this operation here. Hold on just a second. I'll be researching something. Never really used beacons. We could get electric engine. We could get advanced material processing. It would allow for concrete, actually, which would be really nice to get. Of course, we're not going to have enough stone for all that, unless we reconfigure this to be over here, probably. Anyway, I do want to turn these into upgraded smelters before too long, but we're going to have to probably widen these belts to do that. It's going to be a little bit of an operation, and we're trying to focus in on what we're doing right now. Just trying to get our oil, plastic, batteries, all that kind of stuff. I don't even think we have batteries yet, but as far as the tech for it. Batteries are an important component because they help you make the laser turrets, which you really, really need. This guy I actually put out to... Okay, so I put these guys... There we go. Let's do it this way, why not? Let's do 2 more tanks, and we'll do 6. Sound good? We'll tie it in like that, like that. Like that, like that. do it all along this wall for right now. So that'll be 6 tanks of heavy oil. We're going to need to make some more pipe as we go. Alright, so now we got to get the light oil out without kind of messing up any of this stuff. So that's where it starts to get a little bit more difficult. But since I managed to go so far away here, I am using up quite a lot of space. All I really need to do is come out just right here. And I probably could have done this much, much more efficiently than this, but I'm giving it my best shot here, so bear with me. Come out right there. Come out right there. Out right there. Then we want to come out there. Never have enough of these things. Okay, you don't want to put pipes right next to each other like this, because then they will inadvertently connect with each other, and it's just a big pain in the ass. But we're almost there. So we just leave a nice little space between them. We go ahead and get us 6 more tanks. Should be kind of starting to get somewhere. Let's see how this works out. We'll leave a space. Okay, we got processing. Two more. Right. Connect it right there. That's looking pretty sexy. Sure to connect all these. Alright, and the last thing we need to do, of course, is the crude oil itself, which I believe I'm going to bring up here, so that should be fairly easy. So let's get some more pipe going. We're going to run out of plates, of course, at this point. See if we can fix that up. More pipes, please. Okay. Alright, so while we're waiting on those pipes to get done, let's consider the electric question here. I think putting one right there, maybe putting smaller ones in between. You know, what I think we should probably do is build some bridges here too. Otherwise, it's so hard to move around. Let's do that. You know what I mean? You could keep perfecting things like forever, essentially. We won't do that one. We'll do this one. Okay. So now we'll do smaller ones connecting these two. And all we need is big electric pole. And it'll stretch all the way over here to this one. Good deal. Alright, so we're hooked up with power. And we've got light. Everything's going except basic, whatever it is, crude oil. This is not crude oil, refined oil. Needs to be piped off, put into tanks, and then later on it'll be processed, I guess, up here. I'm going to get a little cramped for space, unless I'm careful. But I guess that's okay. Let's do 6 tanks. And we're going to need a lot more pipe than that. I know I built a bunch of pipe, but as you're building these pipe to grounds, most of your pipe gets kind of eaten up through that process. So let's do a little repairing while we wait. And we ought to be fine. after that. Alright, so this should be fairly straightforward. Have it come out on that level. I could have done things a lot more tightly and saved a lot of space, but no. That's for next time, I guess. Oop, these went a little too far, didn't they? We're going to keep running with our theme of symmetry. Might as well redo that. Okay. So, we should have gone one further, actually. Because, see, if you put a pipe anywhere here, it's going to connect with this pipe and then mix the shit up, and it's horrible. So, you don't want to do that. Go ahead and connect these, and then I'm going to do an underground to these two. So that I have space to walk through. Very nice. Alright, now. Actually, it would probably look pretty nice if I could join them up in the middle, but... that's just for looks. Doesn't have any effect on the game. Let's put them over here. That way we have some space still to work with. Alright. Okay. And we have a pretty nice oil processing facility set up so far. Yeah? It looks pretty good to me. Feel better if there were more turrets down here. We're going to take some iron plate and probably get that done. Two turrets. Some stone walls. Some bullets. And what are we going to research next? Like to do concrete. Basically, you put iron ore and stone bricks together. It makes for really fast walking speed. This could be kind of tough because we don't have any stone going. We don't even have this thing over here like hooked up properly to coal. So it's going to be something... Yeah, I don't even know why we're bothering to research concrete. We need to just start doing this, honestly. Concrete is too hard for us to make right now. So I'm going to start off with just a path from up here down to my power. Because that's where I really need the speed more than anything. And it's going to have to go a little bit this way. If you put it out in front of you, you actually do it faster, so... Okay, and eventually you want everything to be covered in this, but we don't have nearly enough processing of the stone right now to get that anywhere close to happening, so we'll just be content with this. I would like concrete, but it's probably a pipe dream at this moment. So let's start looking into plastics. I don't know if we actually researched plastics yet. I don't think we have. Okay. In that case, let's focus on more labs. Start with just 2 more. Take me very long. Got plenty of science. It's just when you have expensive stuff, you need more labs. And also, we researched modules, didn't we? Apparently not. We don't have modules. Okay. I'm going to need a few more fast inserters, a few more long-handed inserters, and a few more transport belts. And that should be easy. We can actually take out, if we really wanted to, we could take out the spaces now that we have better better power lines. You could start taking out the spaces and just putting in these power lines because they cover everything. I think we can safely take out some. And that guy's not going to quite have power. We do it that way. That looks kind of ugly, but whatever. We just added 2 more labs. Doesn't matter if it's ugly. Long-handed inserter. If face that way, face that way. Okay. There we go. 2 more labs added. Should really stick some coal in here. We're never going to have enough concrete. I mean, stone bricks. So, I should probably just research my way up to robots. That's going to make this shit so much easier once you get robots. And I've got to have some big place where there's a lot of stone, but I really don't think that I do. That seems to be always the case, that you just have these little bitty pockets of stone here and there without really anything substantial. Here's the biggest one on the map. So, after we conquer all these... Oh, here's a pretty big one up here, too. Of course, there are some big ones. They're just far away from me. This is the biggest one I've got. So, I'll probably have to deal with that. I might need to build a train. Building a train is something I usually don't do, but... I might just go ahead and do it this episode. Because I like to have my whole base just totally covered in cement. It makes things so much faster. But it's also not necessarily very easy to make happen. So yeah, so these guys are producing away, or they should be anyway. Yeah. No problem, just keep on producing. And these don't even have to pump at full power. Like, they're going to be able to keep these full pretty easily, I think. And, you know, we might even want to expand with another refinery at some point. We've kind of left ourselves an opportunity to do that, more or less. So, let's throw down these turrets. We never did throw them down. And this should be enough wall. There we go. I don't even know why I bothered building an interior wall around them. It doesn't really help anything. Eventually the biters will learn how to spit. And then they can just spit right over the wall, but the wall still helps, but not as much later on. Alright, so we're just waiting on concrete. I really need to research my way up to robots. That is going to be a fairly long process. Logistics robots. You need flight. You need... Yeah, so I need electric engines next. Pretty cheap technology, really. It's a lot cheaper than concrete is. I don't know why I built concrete, but eventually I'm going to need blue science. That's probably going to be the next major challenge. I've got plenty of space. I've got plenty of iron. I've got plenty of copper. I've got everything I need. Just the robots make things so much easier. They literally will bring you stuff across the map. They'll build things. They'll repair things for you. It's just lovely. It's really lovely. And I want to build myself a little storage closet as well with, you know, supply chests and all that kind of stuff. Probably something I'll do here before too long. There's also a lot of techs that you can grab that will make your labs go a little bit faster. I could continue to add labs if I wanted to. I've got enough power at the moment. I also need the things, what are they called? Attenuators? I'm not sure. They gather up the solar power. They don't have them yet. I could do a big field of solar panels down here, and then the little collectors that store the stuff. Okay. I'm going to grab electric engine first because it's on my way to robotics. And it should be a fast tech. What's the tech I need for blue science? Right, I need plastics. I don't even have the formula for blue science yet. I don't know what tech there's some essential tech I'm missing. And the essential techs tend to be a lot cheaper too, so I shouldn't be researching things like concrete when I don't even have blue science. But that's how it goes, you know. I often research things I don't need, just to try to fill the space, because otherwise your labs will often sit idle. And I could add another 2 labs. I mean, I've got enough science for it. Hard to believe these guys are still producing, but... Well, actually it's not, because they're not even backed up on that side. They're only backed up on one side. For some reason. I don't know why. And green's doing just fine as well. The whole green line is pretty much backed up. This guy's producing more than we need. Alright, electric engine. Should we get flight? That does bring us closer to construction bots. Lab efficiency would be nice, but I'm really interested in trying to get to my blue science. How do I do that? Gotta be one of these techs here somewhere. Yeah, it's battery, right? So battery requires sulfur processing. Alright, let's do that. Didn't take very long. And what the hell? I'm gonna quit messing around. Slap down a few more labs. We've got the power for it. There's no reason to not keep expanding. We've even got power set up here already, so it's really easy. Just boom, 2 more labs right there, done. Long as we have the power for it. We should, considering all the work we've done down there, but we might want to go check on it. It's probably about time. Go check on the old power plant, see how it's going. Probably bring a lot more steel with me, iron with me in case there is a problem, but... That we're all full of copper. This guy's performing at his full capacity. I always want to check the last one and make sure he's performing. But pretty easy to add another line. We could even like start to wrap it around if we willing to bulldoze all these trees with our shotgun. It'll take a long time, but we'll just do one path through right now. Get it started. Make sure not to shoot our pump jacks. Alright, well, we got a little pass through there. Sulfur processing is pretty easy. I think you need coal for sulfur processing. Anyway, it's made in the chemical plants. Didn't I produce a bunch of chemical plants, or did I not? I just imagined that I did that. I'm going to want to produce a bunch of chemical plants, because that's kind of one of the next things that we're going to be using. They make batteries, they make a lot of good stuff, so. Surprised I still have assembly machines as well. Yeah, I'll stick these guys back here. Try to organize myself a little bit. Definitely stand a few more medium electric poles. Alright. Sulfur processing it is, so I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode there, because it's well over 20 minutes now. I thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really, really enjoying this game. I hope that it's as much fun to watch as it is for me to play it. And I'll just see you tomorrow for a new episode. Cheers!